In this video, we're looking at the top 5 mistakes that most people make when they're getting a new puppy so you can avoid them. My name's Nikhil and welcome to Canine Care Obedience Training. You ready, Pat? Ready? Good job! Let's go! Getting a puppy is a huge investment, not only in time and effort, but also money. And you want to set your puppy up for success and get them on the right track from the beginning so you can enjoy them to the max. You're going to have a ton of things to do all at the same time, including toilet training, chew toy training, dealing with nipping and biting, doing your socialization, doing your obedience training, getting your social etiquette established, a whole ton of things. And if you do them when your puppies are young and you start early and you put a bit of effort in, you're going to love your puppy heaps in no time. The common mistakes people make are easily avoided as follows: getting the wrong dog, getting a dog at the wrong time, not knowing if they can afford the ongoing expenses of having a dog, underestimating the importance and value of early socialization and training, and finally underestimating how quickly puppies change from cute puppies into testing teenagers. We're going to have a bit of a closer look at these now, and stick around to the end for my top tip. What type of dog should you get? Well, that depends on you, your lifestyle and your experience. If you're an active person who's experienced with dogs, you might want the challenge of a high energy breed like a Kelpie or a Border Collie or a German Shepherd. The working dogs are not for inexperienced owners. If you're a family person, you might want a classic family dog like a Labrador. They're fantastic in family situations and really easy to train. Whatever type of dog you get, the most important thing is this: that you can meet their needs. And that means providing adequate mental and physical stimulation, keeping them occupied and being able to manage your dog as they transition through different stages of life. Timing is everything. The right time to get a dog is when you are ready and you've done your research and you're well prepared. And also you have time to invest in your dog so they can settle into your life and you can get to know them and teach them the things that you want them to do. A lot of puppies are bought really impulsively on a Friday afternoon. The owner has then just the weekend to get their puppy settled in before they start work again on a Monday. This is not the right time to get a dog. You need a few weeks to let them settled in. Think school holidays as a perfect time, or take a few weeks off work. What are you going to do with that little dog who's got the biggest stick in the world? That was nuts. What do you reckon, Pants? Puppies are really expensive to purchase these days, in the thousands. And apart from that initial investment or expense, which is huge, you need to cater and budget for their cost over their lifetime. Owning a puppy over a lifetime is frighteningly expensive. I'm going to tell you now, but I'm going to give you a word of warning. So if you don't want to hear, just cover your ears. Okay, are you ready? $30,000. Yes, $30,000. That is an enormous amount of money, and a big mistake that a lot of people make is not being able to provide the funds their dog needs over time. Your highest cost of ownership is in early life and later life. Early life because you're getting set up with your puppy, you've got to pay for them, you've got to pay for their healthcare costs, budget for a few things like eye problems, diarrhea, etc. that puppies get. You need to do your socialization and your training, get all your equipment and also feed them. So your first year expenses are really high. They generally flatten out and then they get expensive when dogs get older and need more healthcare like older people. I made a whole video about this called The Cost of Owning a Puppy for Life. You can check out the link up here or down in the description below if you want to find out more about this so you can make a well-informed choice. Now this one is really important, and it is the biggest reason for owner unhappiness and for dogs ending up in shelters, and that is poor early socialization and training. What is the point of having a dog that goes crazy when it meets other dogs on the street, or a dog that's fearful or anxious about strangers coming into your house? They lose the plot when they see the postie, and they can't handle it when they see guys in high vis. So socialization is really important. I made a whole video on that, top tip socialization. Check out the link up there or in the description below. It's a critical thing to get right, and you only have 4 months in which to socialize your puppy with all the things that you want them to experience in your life with you. If you don't, there's fallout. The next one, and the really important one, is training. You need to learn how to train your dog. You need to teach them to do the things that you want them to do. Sit for attention. Be quiet to be let out the door. Be calm when people come into the house, not jump all over them. Come back when you call them. These things are really important. The biggest problem owners have is with adolescent dogs. We'll talk about those more in a moment. But when you haven't done training and you're dealing with a teenager that doesn't come back and pulls on the lead and jumps on everyone that it meets, it's kind of annoying. So best to get lots of training done early before adolescence starts. Not understanding how quickly puppies change is one of the biggest surprises to dog owners. Their cute puppies turn into testing teenagers by just 6 months of age, and they get them when they're 2 months. That's not a lot of time. So to help me explain to you, I brought along a sponge, a tennis ball and a Kong. Young puppy, sponge soaks up all the experiences it gets in the early part of its life. The good things and the bad things. So squeeze as much into your sponge as you can when your puppies are young so they're ready for adolescence. Tennis ball, nowhere near as pliable as the sponge. Brains by 6 months of age are starting to change. Adolescent dogs present with all the same behaviours that adolescent children do. They're independent, they're autonomous, they roam, they don't come back on time. They try out new things, they go backwards in the things that they already know. This is why owners get so frustrated, because their dogs are not as responsive as they used to be. They're almost fully grown, and their bad little habits from puppyhood, like chewing, has become destructive. The jumping on people has now become dangerous, and the pulling on the lead is now really annoying. So puppies change quickly. Testing teenager lasts from 6 months to about 2 to 3 years, depending on the dog. Now, last stage is Kong. Kong represents a socially mature adult dog's brain. It's much firmer. It's still a little bit pliable, but everything has kind of been set. And if you want to change things, bad habits in this stage of your dog's life from 3 years onwards, it's going to take a lot more time than when they were young. So here's my top tip, guys. Do everything early. Do your socialization, do your training, be ready to deal with a testing teenager, and you'll get through it. If you're not ready, it will kind of be really frustrating. Well, to be honest, it's kind of frustrating even if you are ready, but better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like, leave me a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya. Catch it. Yay, good job. You gonna bring it here? Come on, bring it here. Come on, bring it here. Good job, Pants. Thanks for watching. See ya.